Practice online versus.
A new warrior has entered the ring!
All right, both players are ready to go. Time to get hype and make some noise.
I can't wait for this match to begin.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary.
All right, let's go.
Confident anti-air.
Good stuff there.
Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Shuts down the air approach. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage.
Nice, liking that.
That's some big, juicy damage on that counter hit. They trade hits, and now each hit is so important.
We just gotta see one more push hit and
Wraps it up with a decisive combo.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
Great round with both fighters really going at it.
Man, you think these two are best friends or something, way they're feeding on each other.
Shoots off a fireball up close.
Just keep busting out the heavy artillery until you break it.
Gotta be mindful of reach and jump in with this range. Drive impact could be the end of it.
What's gonna happen next?
Player 2 will look to apply pressure. KO!
I'm liking that finish.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
It's anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Drive impact misses!
Learn from it and build back better.
Oh, perfect read with the anti-air.
Dishing out the hot stuff. Things are getting heated.
Excellent read.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Swan Lake is on fire now. Look at the damage. That corner position could be dangerous. Getting up close and personal. This is gonna hurt. Blocks the cross-up. Everyone knew but you.
What?
This is a critical moment.
One more attack's gonna do it. Dishing out the hot stuff.
They are done.
That was unreal.
Player 1 clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Ooh, I love when fighters find a way to bring out the best in each other. What a battle.
Yo, I can't argue with you. What a game. Let's see how they applied their corner pressure in this situation.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Deal some sick damage there in exchange for some meter.
Smart decision.
Ooh, nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round.
Good round.
Last round saw one player really taking advantage of every opportunity, but how will that affect the next round?
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
Big throw.
That was super good.
They gotta stop the bleeding here before it's too late.
Now's the time to strike while the iron's hot. Ooh, this is getting tense.
Will we see a drop?
What's this?
This is gonna be bad news.
That was super good. Yeah, hit him again with that. I want to see more fights.
Needs to find a chance to seal the deal here. Raw super hard incoming.
Oh!
No question, this super hard is definitely going to kill. Closes it out.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Akuma.
That was a close one. Had me sweating over here.
We'll see you next match.
Special match.
comes a new challenger.
Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
None of you are going home disappointed after this fight. Bet on it.
Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book.
That was a good one.
Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book.
What's their play here?
Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage.
Good stuff there.
Gets the jump in. It's backed into the corner with pressure building.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. Closing moments of the round. One hit's gonna do it.
Oh, this is getting too close to call.
Will we see a drive impact? It's there!
Ha, they ain't getting up.
That match was too close, but definitely the kind of match you like to see, right?
Talk about your close rounds. That was frantic.
Holds out with the block. Still plenty of time left.
Show your girl that you aren't afraid to get vicious.
Goes for the jump in. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Juicy opportunity now in the corner.
This is where things are going to get very interesting.
Gain some meter here, investing in the round.
That was super good.
Are they done? Is this going to be it? The super art didn't kill. Gotta keep it together here.
I can see the path to a win here, but they need to dig in.
KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Drop that on.
Oh!
Gotcha. Show 'em how it's done.
Doesn't get any better than that.
We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. Looking for the overhead this time.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
What are they gonna do? Nothing stops this train. Reads the jump in perfect.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Throws him.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? Down and out.
Damn, that was intense.
Ken wins.
Oh my days, that was a real intense fight.
Not gonna lie.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Violence is on the menu tonight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Well, I hope their training paid off.
Oh, the command grab doesn't make it.
Ouch, that was a painful whip.
Goes for the low kicks.
Good stuff there.
That's some big, juicy damage on that counter hit. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up.
Oh, landed a nice one there.
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Super armor does its job.
Okay, okay.
Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 chases him down.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Hail!
Ooh, nice finish.
Did you feel that? That's tension in the air.
Talk about your close rounds. That was frantic.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
Well, we gotta see what lengths both fighters are willing to go to.
Zones with the fireball. Springs forward with the drive rush.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Drive rush to keep it going. Jump! Anti-air drops him.
That was super good.
Renverse. The hit throw connects. Connects with the renverse to beat the metal level. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge.
Oh, landed a nice one there.
Oh, it's there.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Manon
A
wins.
decisive win. How's it all looking from where you're sitting?
That fight had a little bit of everything in it. We gotta see more from these two.
At the radar, up and running.
Nice, liking that.
Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they could be.
What's their play here?
That drive impact is blocked.
Nice block there. Maybe thinking something.
Player one pushes the opponent into the corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Hits,
Ha, they ain't getting up.
bags around. What did you make of it?
I bet they're thinking it's some trash talk for the post-match commentary. They gotta keep their eye on the prize.
You're 100% right. Let's see if they can clue in on that and make adjustments next round. Jump! Renverse. The hit throw connects. Drive gauge is not looking too good. What's the move? Drive impact could be the end of this. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Wide lead here, but it's still in clutch anti-air.
That was super good.
Connects with the throw.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
You're done.
What was that?
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Jump. What? In anti-air?
Doesn't get any better than that.
Puts the brakes on the impact.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Player two can't let this simmer. They got knocked him out of the air.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Oh, you never know what can happen here. Somehow managed overhead. Still can't find a way out of this corner. Something got closes it out.
I'm liking that finish.
Manon
Hard
wins.
fought on both sides. What did you think?
Put it on the best out list.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this matchup gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Barges in without any hesitation. Really want to set the tone of the round. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Player two, maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage.
This fight's getting real interesting now.
Very dangerous range. They can definitely get clipped by something here. The attack is parried. Player one needs to deal with his burnout.
Gotta be planning something.
Throws to get around their defense.
Smart decision.
Jumps up. Overextended by a finger.
That was painful, but you know what to do.
KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Player one with a pretty convincing win. But what's next?
Pressure's building, and we're gonna see it blow off real soon.
Got that right. Hold. The next round started. Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Jumps up. Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. This is the turning point. They gotta turn it around. Experiencing burnout.
Calm before the storm here.
Noticeable life lead is below.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Blocks the cross-up. What a smart throw!
It doesn't get any better than that.
The throw connects.
Missing out the hot stuff.
Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. You're done.
Damn, that was intense.
Man, they were scrapping. What did you think?
This is what a real fight looks like. It doesn't get any better than this.
Zones with the fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. We're just getting started here. We'll take control. I can overhead, but it won't work.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Player blocks the low kick. The throw connects.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Getting up close and personal. A jump in. Woo! Nothing but air.
Learn from it and build back better.
Sets up with the jump in. Noticeable life lead is a comeback steal off the overhead denied.
Gotta give it up for that
Down and out.
I'm liking that finish.
Man, I could watch these two fight each other forever.
Put it on the best bout list. Talk about a barn burner.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in.
Let me see some of the good stuff.
Manon relies on boosting that metal level up to secure better damage. They're gonna need to work in some grabs somewhere. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any moves with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Pressuring them in the corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Decides to go with the target combo.
That was a good one. Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Taking stock. They're vying for dominant position in the corner.
Oh, just a little bit more.
Shoots off a fireball up close. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out.
Yeah, hit him again with that. I want to see more violence. Good round.
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
There was a lot to like about that last round. They're in the pocket now and they gotta keep on the gas.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two take it to the next level. Pokes with the medium kick. Buried. They return to center stage. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter.
I get it.
Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. Renversé. The hit throw connect. Drive impact could be the end of this. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work.
That was good. I like it. More of that.
Noticeable life lead is a comeback steal that springs forward with the drive burns out.
Oh, expect some bones to be broken here.
Tries to act quickly, but risks the attack. Down and out.
What was that?
Man, I can watch these two fight each other forever.
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hardworking fighters.
Gets clipped by the anti-air.
Amazing awareness there. Just in
Manon relies on boosting that metal level up to secure better damage. They're gonna need to work in some grabs somewhere. Solid anti-air there.
Good stuff there. Maybe thinking something.
Very dangerous range. They can definitely get clipped by something. Takes a trip. Uses the parry. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter. Projectile to try to change the situation. They were baiting that the whole time?
Amazing awareness there.
You have to be really careful with the approach here.
Calm before the storm here.
Hey-o!
Ha! They ain't getting up.
That match was too close, but definitely the kind of match you like to see, right?
Man, you think these two are best friends or something, where they're beating on each other.
All right, who's gonna swing first?
Oh, I want to see them get moving.
This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have?
Here we go. I want to see them put on a show.
Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
Ooh, something's building. Feel it. Oh, this is getting tense.
Very. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach their going for the super art?
What's this?
Embrace. The hit throw connect. Will we see a drive impact? Overhead, but it won't work.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Oh my God, what's gonna happen?
One more attack's gonna do it. Come on.
They're in range. We're gonna see a jump in, a dash.
I love this. Give me more.
Closes it out.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Manon wins.
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hardworking fighters.
Versus. Comes a new challenger.
We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
I'm gonna be paying close attention, so you better deliver.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
Let me see some of the good stuff.
Backs him into a corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Blocks the jump in.
What's their play here?
The cross-up connects. What are they thinking here? The drive impact nets them a sweet punch counter.
Good stuff there.
Super art activated. Expect something big here. Will that drive impact get punished?
Must have been an off day.
KO.
Good round.
Not sure how you're gonna break the rhythm that was established last round. You might need to pin your hopes on a miracle.
Ooh, that last round was pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
Ooh, spin some meter to add super damage to the combo.
That was a good one.
Gets the jump in. Experiencing burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Tail brushes that off and keeps going.
Okay.
Both fighters just goes for it at this range.
Wait. What's gonna happen next?
Who's gonna take it?
One more attack's gonna do it.
Solid anti-air.
That was super.
You're done.
What was that?
Whew. I think I forgot to breathe that whole round.
Oh, that was great. Those two are pushing each other to the absolute limit.
Embrace. The hit throw connect. Flip that off.
What's this?
Damage field for the damage field. And they make them a it can lead to some big damage. Perfect read with the anti-air.
Finishing out the hot stuff.
Oh, he's heating up. A real test of nerves here. They're in, tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Closes it out.
I'm liking that finish.
Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Oh, those two sent the crowds home happy. What an amazing match.
Here comes a new challenger.
These two have more beef than a barbecue in Texas. Let's see them duke it out.
Violence is on the menu tonight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So let's make this count. Too much for you?
Getting the throws pumped up with Renee's Doré. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage.
Well, just a little bit more.
Was looking for that jump attack. Next hit will end the round. KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Player 1 with a pretty convincing win. But what's next?
This fight is getting mad personal, and I'm liking it.
All right, let's see what happens in this next round. Changes things up with an overhead. Player 1 has a slight life lead.
This fight's getting real interesting now.
Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range.
Just keep busting out the heavy artillery until you break them.
The life remaining tells us that we're halfway through this round. I gotta do better than that.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Oh, you never know what can happen here. Throws them.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Drive gauge on deck. What's the play? Gotta be careful. Punish counter sets the table for big damage. You're done.
Damn, that was intense.
Oh my days, that was a real intense fight.
Put it on the best bout list. Talk about a barn burner.
General kick for a mix-up. Impact's shut out.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
We're still early in the round.
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Oh no, whiffs the drive attack. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage.
Gotta be planning something.
Combo with the target combo. Okay, they trade hits. Drive impact doesn't net the counter, but still a good option. KO.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
Yeesh. That didn't look like a fair fight at all. But let me hear your thoughts.
Oh, that last round was pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
General kick for a mix-up. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking.
Wait.
Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Shows the medium kick. The impact doesn't do anything.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Right lead here.
That was good. I like it. More of that. Calm before the storm here.
There's a drive impact.
Dishing out the hot stuff. Don't hesitate. Hit him.
Both of them back off. They may be prepping for a final exchange. The drive attack. Down and out.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Man, I could watch these two fight each other forever.
Put it on the best bout list. Talk about a barn burner.
Everyone's getting fired up, and we're just ready to get started.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see these two fight it out.
Checks with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here. What's their play here?
Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also diminished. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how to KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Last round saw one player really taking advantage of every opportunity. But how will that affect the next round?
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
Will this super art connect?
Ooh,
That's not gonna hit!
hold it down strong. I like that.
One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. They gotta scramble and recover quickly. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout between the wall and a hard place. And they're stunned.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Bump Wong takes them off their feet. Are we going to solid anti-air?
It doesn't get any better than that.
Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Knocked him out of the air.
That was super good.
You're done.
I'm liking that finish.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
The drive impact doesn't work.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
This match just started and it can go either way. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Ooh. More fuel on the fire. Hook 'em up. Super Arch there. What's coming next?
We live for these kind of fights.
Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Clutch, anti-air.
That was super good.
Connects with the throw.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
What if nothing stops this train?
Wait.
Go heavy.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Woo! Taking a ball ride. It's over.
That was unreal.
Manon
Player 2
wins.
is gonna be watching replays of this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Fights don't get any better than that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love the back and forth they have. Jump in. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
Well, we gotta see what length both fighters are willing to go to.
Player 1 needs to deal with his burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. They gotta scramble and recover quickly. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Medium kick hit.
Gotta be planning something.
Taking stock. The classic spinning bird kick. Oh, my heart. I can't, man.
We just gotta see one more push.
It's there.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Great round with both fighters really going at it.
Man, you think these two are best friends or something, the way they're feeding on each other.
Renversé. The hit throw connects. Gets carried to the corner. Grabs him.
Yeah.
That's some big, juicy damage on that counter hit. Safely buffs the metal level.
What's gonna happen next?
Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Jumps in. KO.
I'm liking that finish.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Throws a fireball. What? In anti-air.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Escapes with the reversal. Medium kick. Oh, you never know what can happen here. A jump in. And eats it. Jumps. Snares him with the renversé. Nowhere to run. Come on, down and out.
What was that?
Manon
Oh my days, that was a real intense fight.
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hardworking fighters.
A new warrior has entered the ring!
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
I'm gonna be paying close attention, so you better deliver.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see these two fight it out.
The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter.
That was a good one.
Backs him into a corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Was looking for that jump attack. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Holds out with the block. With the life gap opening up, they need to utilize drive. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Reads them. Drive impact could be the end of it. KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Did you feel that? That's tension in the air.
Talk about your close rounds. That was frantic.
Who gained control of the match in the early down to the wire?
Ooh, that was good. I like it. More of that.
Add some damage and flare. Add some damage and flare with the super.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Gets a little space with the throw.
Amazing awareness there.
A chance for big damage is there.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Viper, win!
That's what happens when you capitalize on all your chances.
Oh, wow. Someone just got turned into a hashtag.
Long, low attack hits.
Nice. Liking that.
Backs him into a corner. They were ready for that air attack.
That was a good one.
Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Taking stock. Reads the overhead well and blocks.
Nice block there.
Life lead opens up. Holds out with the block. KO.
Ooh, nice finish.
Bags the round. What did you make of it?
Pressure's building, and we're gonna see a blowout real soon.
You're 100% right. Let's see if they can clue in on that and make adjustments next round. Connects with the medium kick. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it. Ooh, this is getting tense.
Nice.
Yeah, hit him again with that. I want to see more violence.
Blocks it. Gutsy play with the grab. What do they do? Overhead. Closes it out.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Manon,
Player 1 may have a well of untapped potential.
I mean, sometimes it just be like that, you know?
Solid block. Goes for the command grab.
Bulldozing in is always a good strategy.
On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. With the life gap opening up, they need to utilize drive. Fights back out of the pit.
Ooh, nice finish.
Yeesh. That didn't look like a fair fight at all. Well, let me hear your thoughts.
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
Well, we gotta see what lengths both fighters are willing to go to. Maybe thinking something.
Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Connects with the medium kick. Jumps up. They're backed up into the corner.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting. Oh, this is getting tense.
Will we see a drive impact? Bravo says. The hit throw connects.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
See what eating your spinach does for you kids? What a win!
Nature is funny, you know? Sometimes you gotta fight for your next meal. Sometimes you get gifted one.